Mayanak Bhatt. Okay. So Samanvi BK. S Saikriti. Okay, Samanvi has joined. Good. So I think we should just wait for everybody to join first. Okay, so let's continue the attendance. Okay, so S Saikriti. Okay. Arush. Okay. B Miral. Okay. Hamsa Bhatt. Hamsa Bhatt. Okay. Anirudh. Dhruti Gupta. Prajwal SR. Sanvi Karthik. Sanvi Karthik. Here. Okay. Here. Siddhant. Amog. Okay. Sanchita.
ಯಾರ ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾ ಆಫ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ವಿ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ
Namit. You have to raise your hand. Yeah, okay, fine. R Sanvika Mahesh. Purna. Okay. And Harsh. Okay, good. So now before we start the debate, I hope everybody's here. There's a few rules you have to know. All participants must speak for 3 minutes sharp. I will tell you when it is over. All of you must be on mute when a person is giving their speech. If you unmute without permission, marks will be cut. Unless there's an emergency, all participants must keep their cameras on. If there is any emergency, you can raise your hand and I'll give you permission to speak, or you can type in the chat box. Please don't chat in the chat box unnecessarily. You can raise your hand and I will give you permission to unmute. You must all speak according to order. If anyone is missing from the order, we can move on to the next person. If or when the missing person joins, they can speak after the person who is currently speaking. After the session is over, we will give our feedback. Everybody understood? Or should I repeat once more? Okay. Everybody, can you turn your cameras on? Somali, Adit, Dhruti.
Hi, is this a debate?
No, you're just going to have to give a speech here.
Okay.
Okay, Dhruti isn't trying on the camera. Fine, okay. Okay. So, again, I think Vaibhavi, are you here? Raise your hands if you're here. Okay. Okay, good. Mayanak. Samanvi. S. Saikriti.
Hello.
Yes.
Are you going to listen to these stories, or is Ashwani ma'am or Prabhuji coming?
No, actually, we've got Sriram here. He's going to listen to your stories. He's going to give you some feedback, and I'll be conducting. And Katyani, Miss Katyani over here will be listening too. She's going to be our judge as
Okay,
well.
thank
Okay, let's continue. So, Miral, is B Miral here? Okay. Hamza? Anirudh?
Yes.
Okay, good. Dhruti Gupta? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Prajwal SR? Sanvi Karthik? Okay. Siddhant? Amog? No. Amog, you're here?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sanchita? Not here. Sanvika?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. So we can start the debate. First speaker,
Yeah.
Vaibhavi.
Yeah. So, hello all Balakrishnas. How are you doing?
Fine.
Fine. Ready for the speech or elocution? It's also called. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Yes.
Very good. So today your judge here. Do you see Katyayani ji here? Katyayani ji, can you say hi?
Hi everyone. How are you?
Fine, madam. How are you?
Fine.
Fine.
Yeah. So Katyayani ji, she has served in the Karnataka State Electricity Board for more than 20 years. Okay. And she has a master's degree and she's very, very interested in spirituality. Okay. And she loves books. Do you love reading books?
Yes.
Yes.
Very nice. So she has read hundreds of books. Okay. So she will be watching your debate or speech and she will give you a feedback on how you have performed. Okay. Okay then. All the best to everyone. Good luck.
Okay, so first speaker is Vaibhavi. Are you ready, Vaibhavi? Vaibhavi, are you here?
She is unmute, but we cannot hear her.
Vaibhavi? I think you should rejoin once. Try rejoining. Vaibhavi? Okay. So, since she's facing some kind of problem, we'll go with our next speaker, Mainak. Is Mainak here? Okay, not here. Samanvi, are you here? Okay, I see you. Are you ready for the speech? Okay, you can go ahead. Samanvi, you're unmuted. You're muted. Yes, okay. Continue.
Hello, my name is Samanvi. I'm from Balakrishna batch. Today I'm saying the story of Govardhanagiri and Krishna. Every year, Vrindavan people were doing puja to Indra. They were doing puja to Indra by fear, not with love or bhakti, for their good crops and for good drinks. If they do not do puja to Lord Indra, he will trouble them. One year, Krishna said to Vrindavan people that doing puja to Indra is wrong. Instead, they can do puja to Govardhanagiri. So, they were all convinced with Krishna's words. This made Indra very angry. He sent storms and heavy rains. It made floods. People lost their shelters and houses, cattle lost their shelters. Everyone went to Krishna for the solution. Krishna lifted the Govardhanagiri in little finger. Everybody took shelter under the Govardhanagiri for 7 days. Finally, Indra realized his mistake and apologized Lord Krishna. In this story, I understood many qualities of Lord Krishna, like leadership and convincing people in Dharma Marga, taking responsibility, helping them when they are in trouble. I also want to adapt these qualities of Krishna in my daily life. Hari Om.
Okay, fine. So, next person is S. Saikriti. Are you ready? Saikriti? Saikriti? Arush,
Yes,
are you ready to do your speech?
yes, I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead.
Pranam to all Atmajyotis. This evening, I am going to share a story about Krishna. Krishna is an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. In this story, I am going to tell you how he defeated the evil serpent Kalinga. Every day, Krishna and his friends used to take the cattle to graze near the river banks of Yamuna. As usual, the children played and laughed. Extremely thirsty, they went to drink water in the nearby river. They noticed that the river water had turned from blue to black. Krishna, from his divine power, got to know that the 10-headed serpent Kalinga was poisoning the water with his venom. So Krishna dived into the water. He thought he will purify it. Seeing this, the other children went to Yashoda and informed. All the villagers were frightened and came to the spot. On the other hand, Krishna met Kalinga and told him not to poison the river, but the stubborn serpent refused. So Krishna emerged, dancing on Kalinga's head. He became heavier and heavier, and he became heavy that the serpent could not bear it anymore. The Kalinga's wives begged. Krishna told, "You shall not come into this river. The villagers and cattle come here to drink water. You should not poison the water. Go to the sea." So Kalinga and his wives went to the sea. Krishna came to the bank of the river. The people were very happy. They took Krishna in a procession, singing and dancing. In this story, I like many qualities of Krishna. His helping nature, his bravery, and he was a lovable person. I want to be a helping person and be a lovable person. I hope you like this story and you too adopt a quality of Krishna. Hari Om. Thank you.
Okay, that was good. So our next speaker is B Miral. Is B Miral here? Hamza? Hamza Bhatt?
Hariom, I'm Sai Kriti.
Yeah, okay. So yeah,
Can I
think
tell
you should
the
speak.
story?
Yeah, you should tell the story now. Go ahead.
Thousands of years ago, there's a city called 1 minute. Hariom.
So mm,
Can I continue, ma'am?
okay, you can.
Thousands of years ago, there was a city called Ayodhya. Ayodhya was ruled by an intelligent, wise king called Dashrath. Dashrath had 3 wives and 4 sons. The eldest son was Ram and his wife is Sita. But one of King Dashrath's wives was jealous of Ram and she wanted his son Bharat to be made king. So he demanded Dashrath that Ram and Sita should be going to the forest for 14 years. Dashrath couldn't disobey because he promised to fulfill all the wishes of her wife. So he sent Ram and Sita and Lakshman to the forest for 14 years. One day, a lady named Surpanaka came to Ram to marry him, was well for his looks. She came to Ram and said, "Will you marry me?" He said. And then Ram said, "No, you can go to Lakshman." So Surpanaka went to Lakshman and Lakshman also said no. So Surpanaka showed her true form. Then Lakshman cut off her nose and ears. So she went wailing to her brother who was other than Ravan. Ravan was furious. So with the help of another demon, he took the form of a golden deer and distracted Ram and Lakshman. In the meantime, Ravan took Sita from their hike. Then when when Ram and Lakshman came back to see Sita, Sita was missing. They searched all around the house, but Sita wasn't there. So they went to find her in the forest. While they were looking for Sita, they came upon an army of bears and monkeys. There was a monkey named Hanuman there. He has so many powers, like he can fly and lift up anything and shrink and get tall. How can he want? So Ram asked Hanuman to help him. So Hanuman helped and he promised to help him. So he flied to Sita. Like Sita was in Ravan's beautiful garden. He finally found Sita and told to Sita that Ram shall rescue you soon. He said. Then Hanuman went back to Ram and Lakshman and said, Sita is found and I shall take you there. He said that and took Ram there. There, Ravan put a battle to Ram. All of Ram's army killed all the demons except one, Ravan.
Sagriti,
Yes, ma'am.
your time is over. It was a very nice story. So yeah, good job preparing.
Thank you.
Okay, so our next person is Anirudh. No wait. Hamsa, did you speak?
I will speak.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry for missing
Can I
you.
start? Once Krishna and his friends were taking care of the calves, as his fathers were taking care of the big calves. Krishna and his friends were bored of seeing the calves munching and moving. So they were bored. So Krishna's friend told, "Let's play a game." So Krishna told, let's play hide and seek. So they were playing hide and seek and they had forgot about the calves. When they saw that the calves were missing, they panicked a lot. They were telling, now we'll get so much of scoldings. What to do, Krishna? What to do? So Krishna told, I will go and search for the calves. So he followed the calves' footprints. The calves' footprints had gone till the mountain, but then it has stopped. So he wondered, what is this? So he came back. That time his friends were also missing. So then he closed his eyes as Krishna could see all the things what are happening. So he understood what was happening. So he transformed himself to all his friends and his calves. Then they went back home. When sitting on the lotus, Brahmadeva had took the calves and his friends. So when he saw that, he was so shocked to see that. So he went back to the mountain where he had kept his friends and calves, but they were there. So he was
Mute check.
shocked to see that. So Krishna then the moral of the story is, do not be jealous or do not boast about yourself.
Okay. Okay, nice story, Hamsa. Very good. So our next person is Anirudh. Are you ready, Anirudh?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello friends, my name is Anirudh. Today I am going to tell you a story about Krishna. One day, Krishna was roaming around with his friends, wondering what to do. That time that time in the palace of yeah, 1 second. Yeah, that time they saw a big cave which was never there in Brindavana. Krishna's friends told that they wanted to explore the cave, but but Krishna refused, and Krishna knew it was a demon. But the friends also refused to come back and went into the cave. That time the cave's mouth closed, and the friends were trapped in. And Krishna was very angry with the monster. So Krishna ran near the monster, and the monster opened his mouth, and Krishna went in search of his friends. And again the monster closed his mouth. Then he found his friends trapped inside a big snake's body. So Krishna wondered for a while and then came up with an idea. He, with all his power, he forced the stomach of the demon snake and opened it. The demon snake was dead, and Krishna had helped his friends out. And from that day, the friends were very careful and were proud of Krishna that he saved them. And even Krishna's mother Yasoda came to see the Krishna and appreciated him with lots of curd and milk. From this story, I learned that if we have a warning from others, we should not, from big people, we should not go by ourselves. Thank you. Hari.
Okay, good job, Anirudh. That was a good story. So, our next speaker is Dhruti Gupta. Are you ready, Dhruti?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Hari Om everyone, my name is Dhruti Gupta and today I will tell you a story of Krishna. One day Krishna was playing in the sand. That time Krishna ate some mud. Balram was seeing this and all, and Balram pulled Krishna to Maya Yashoda. Maya Yashoda was so terrified with this that Krishna ate mud. So she told him to open his mouth. And when Krishna opened his mouth, all the whole universe was in his mouth. So Maya Yashoda was really saw this and got scared. So she ran to Nand Maharaj and asked, "What is this?" Then Nand Maharaj told that your Krishna has something special. And he told some stories which Krishna had done. So Maya Yashoda realized that Krishna is really magical. And in this story, I learned that we should always respect elders. Hari Om.
Dhruti, you finished only a bit of the time. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
No.
Okay, it's okay. Nice story. Okay, so our next person is Prajwal. Prajwal, are you here? You're not here. Sanvi Karthik? You're here. Can you unmute? Sanvi? Yes, okay. Are you ready to give your speech?
She is unmute, but we again cannot hear her.
Sanvi, you're not audible. Sanvi? You're not audible. Okay, we'll wait for Sanvi a little bit. So I don't think Sanvi's thing is working. When she comes, I'll let her do it again. So Siddhant. Siddhant is the next one we have on our list. Wait 1 second. Mainak?
Yes, ma'am.
Mainak? Can you unmute?
Ma'am, by mistake joined Vivekananda batch and I told there.
Oh, it's fine. It's okay. So would you like to give your speech?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Today I am going to tell a story of the friendship of Krishna and Balram. Krishna and Balram studied in the Gurukula of Sandipani Maharshi. While they were doing their educations, they became close friends. Later, Krishna became the king and Sudama was very poor. He had nothing at all. His wife suggested him to ask Krishna for help. Sudama did not like the idea and he said, I can't do that. And then he saw that there was no other way to go. So he thought of going to Krishna's palace. And there was a custom in India, we cannot go to anyone empty-handed. Sudama had nothing at all. Then he saw some puffed rice and he tied it in a cloth and he took it with him to Krishna's palace. There he saw Krishna sitting on his throne. As soon as Krishna saw Sudama, he rushed down and he washed his feet and he made him sit on his own seat. When Krishna made Sudama sit on his throne, he said, what have you got for me? Show me. Sudama was shy and he said, how could I give you this puffed rice? And Krishna snatched it from Sudama and he filled his mouth fully with it. The joy meeting was so happy that Sudama forgot why he was there. Even Krishna forgot to give Sudama anything. They both forgot, and after that when Sudama went home, he saw his home transformed into a palace and he had all his riches. His wife came and told that his wife was happy and he came and told that somebody came and gave gifts. So we have to make Lord Krishna our friend so that all our troubles and disturbances go. Thank you.
Okay, that was good. So our next person is Amog.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You can go ahead.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hari Om. My name is Amog Nayak from Balakrishna Batch. Wish you all happy Deepavali and happy Children's Day. Today, I am going to say a great story of Lord Krishna. One day, there lived a giant serpent called Kaliya. He came to Vrindavan and began living there along with his family in river Yamuna. After some time, the river started becoming poisonous by his venom. All the villagers were trying their best to get rid of Kaliya, but nothing worked. Krishna saw his villagers suffering, so he decided to fight Kaliya. Krishna gathered all the weight of the whole planet and started jumping on Kaliya's head by dancing on it. Kaliya's head was hurting a lot and he started vomiting blood and loses all his strength. He was this close to his death. Luckily, Kalia's wife came to Krishna and begged for mercy and said, "Oh Krishna, I beg for your mercy. Please don't kill my husband." Krishna granted Kalia mercy, but on one condition. He said that you should leave Vrindavan forever. Kalia realizes the greatness of Krishna and leaves Vrindavan forever. Don't you think this story of Lord Krishna was great? He was very brave and forgiving. Talking about brave and forgiving, these two qualities are very important in one's life if he or she wants to be successful. These are the two qualities I would like to have. So, to be brave, I am learning karate. Krishna was a great leader. Because of him, the Pandavas won the Kurukshetra war. To gain all the leadership qualities I have joined ILE. Thank you to Prabhuji, Vijayji and all other great teachers. Hari Om.
Very good.
Hariom, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm Karthik.
Oh, okay, so you want to give your speech now?
Yes.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Switch off the video. Switch off the video. Okay.
Hariom, my name is Sanvi. I am part of Balakrishna group. Today I am going to narrate a story about a little boy named Gopala who was living with his mother who was a great devotee of Lord Krishna.
Sanvi?
They were poor. One day Gopala was very scared to go to his school as he had to cross a big forest. He was scared of the forest as when he was coming back home, it was very dark and it looked very scary. So he told his mother that he didn't want to go to school and wanted to help her in the field. So after Gopala went to sleep that night, Gopala's mother prayed to Lord Krishna and asked her to protect her son from it. So the next day, Gopala's mother told Gopala, "Don't worry, Gopala, go to the school, and while returning, you can call to your big brother Govinda, who is a cowherd." So Gopala was very happy and he went to school. While returning, he called out to Govinda and Govinda appeared and they began to talk and play. And when they reached home, they said goodbye and went home. After one day, Gopala's teacher told everyone that he was planning for a feast, and everyone began to boast about what their mothers would give them. Gopala went to home and told his mother about the feast. His mother was actually distressed but didn't show that she was distressed. She told Gopala, "You sleep, Gopala. Tomorrow morning it will be a surprise for you." So Gopala slept. Sorry.
You can continue.
So after Gopala slept,
Gopala's mother prayed to Lord Krishna and asked him to give something to her son. So the next day, Gopala's mother told Gopala to go and ask his brother to give something as she had told to give something. So Gopala went to school and while going to the forest, he called Govinda and Govinda gave him a pot of curd. Gopala took
Sanvi, your time is up.
Okay, sorry, Hari Om.
It's okay. Good story. So our next person is going to be Namit. Namit? Namit, are you here? Okay, it doesn't seem like he's here. Sanchita. Yeah, Sanchita. Sanchita? You're not here. Okay, so I think Vaibhavi, you've had enough time to fix whatever was there if you're here.
Yes, Sujal.
Yeah, okay. So is that Vaibhavi speaking to me? Okay, she's not.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can continue your speech from where you left off.
Hi, my name is Vaibhavi Sridhara from Balakrishna Batch. Today I'm going to say a story about Krishna, the fruit seller's experience. One day, Krishna was playing with Balarama and others in the courtyard. Suddenly, he heard a voice of a woman from the streets calling, "Fruits, jumbo fruits, jumbo fruits." Krishna immediately wanted those fruits. He thought that if he gave something to the fruit seller, he would get the fruits. He looked around and saw a large heap of grains stocked nearby. He went towards the grains and took some in his tiny hands. The sound of his anklets caught the attention of the fruit seller. The fruit seller turned to the side where the anklet sound was coming from. She was mesmerized by the beauty and charm of Krishna. She was thinking, why is this boy holding grains in his hands? When Krishna went to the fruit seller, he told, "Oh dear lady, please take these grains in exchange of those fruits." The fruit seller replied, "Oh, my child, you're giving grains in exchange of fruits. While you were walking, the grains slipped through your fingers. But that's okay. You can take as much as quantity of those fruits you like." Saying so, she filled Krishna's tiny arms with as much as of those fruits he could carry. When the fruit seller went home, she saw that the grains had turned into fruits. The grains had turned into precious jewels and gold. By this story, I learned that anything given to Krishna with love and affection is returned by 1,000-fold. Thank you.
Okay, good job. So our next speaker is Sanvika. Sanvika, are you here?
Hello,
Yes, you can continue with your story.
Hari Om. My name is Sanvika Mahesh. I am studying in 4th standard of Sri Aurobindo Memorial School. Today, I am going to tell a short incident about Sri Krishna. The name of the incident is Govardhana Hill.
Another child told about Govardhana Hill, but I have some other points. The people of Nandagaon used to pray to Lord Indra every day. Lord Krishna thought this was wrong and they should pray to Mother Nature and cows because the plants gave them food to eat and the cows gave them milk. So Krishna felt they should pray the cows and the Mother Nature instead. Lord Indra got very angry. Lord Indra called Vayudev for help and asked Vayudev to cause heavy winds and rain in Nandagaon. Vayudev accepted and did as Indra told. There was lot of destruction, heavy rains and storms in Nandagaon. All the people were crying and running here and there. After some time, everybody came near Krishna and asked for help. Krishna went to Govardhan Giri and prayed it and lifted the hill with his little finger and asked all the people to come under it for shelter. Lord Krishna waited for Lord Indra's anger to cool down. Lord Indra realized his mistake and was ashamed of himself because he had created a lot of trouble to the Krishna's devotees. From this story, we learn that we should pray to God with faith and devotion, not with fear. Hari Om. Thank you.
Okay, good story. So next person on our list is Purna.
Hari Om to all Atma Jyotis. I am Purna. I am from the Balakrishna team. Today I would like to talk about Krishna, my friend, a story from Krishna's life. Once, when Krishna was playing with his parents in front of his house, a fruit seller came and asked, "Sir, would you like to have some fresh mangoes?" So Krishna's father, Nand went inside his house and brought a basket full of grains and asked the fruit seller, would this be enough for one of the basket of your mangoes? So the fruit seller told, yes, of course, Nand Maharaj, and gave one of the basket to him. By seeing this, Krishna also wanted to get some fruits from the fruit seller. So he went inside the house and bought a handful of grains. As his hands were too small, on his way to the fruit seller, some of the grains from his hand fell down, and when he reached to the fruit seller, there were very less grains in his hand. Seeing this, Krishna started crying. So the fruit seller told, do not cry, little Krishna. You will get a handful of mangoes for this much grain, and gave him and took the grains from his hand and gave him a handful of mangoes. And once he touched the mangoes, the leftover mangoes in the basket with the fruit seller turned into precious jewels. This shows that anything given to Krishna with love and affection will be given to us in 1,004 times more to us. I like the quality of Krishna where he helps people, cares for people, and loves people, and he is friend for all people. Thank you. Hari Om.
Okay, good job. So before we go on to the next person, everybody who's turned their cameras off should turn their cameras on if it's working. Okay. Amok, your camera.
What? I should
Turn on your camera. Yeah. Okay, good. Dhruti, is your camera working? Dhruti? Okay. Okay. Okay, so our next person is going to be Harsh. Harsh Ji. Are you ready? Harsh? Harsh?
Can you say the name again?
Harsh. You.
Full name.
Harsh Jain.
Harsh Jain, no?
Yes. Okay, then go ahead.
Hari Om, Namaste everyone. Hari Om, Namaste everyone. My name is Harsh Jain and today I am going to tell you a story of Lord Krishna. This story is known as Lord Krishna and Kaliya serpent. Once there lived a serpent called Kaliya in the ocean. He caused great havoc to the animals living near there. So Lord Garuda got angry and commanded him to go to any other water body and leave the ocean. So Kaliya serpent went to the Varada river. This river was where Krishna played with his friends, as it was near Vrindavan. It caused great havoc to the cattle, the water animals, and also the people who live in the Vrindavan village. So Krishna decided to put an end to this. He told his friends, "Come on, friends, let's go and play near the Varada river." So they took their ball and went to play there. Once Krishna threw the ball very high into the river purposely so that he can go into the river, so that he can jump into the river and kill the Kaliya serpent. He dived into the, as his friends told to bring the ball, he dived into the river, fought with Kaliya, and was killing him when his wives pleaded him to spare Kaliya's life, as they told the reason why they came to the Varada river. So, Lord Krishna spared their life and told them that Lord Garuda will never tell them again to go to any other water body instead of the ocean. So, the Kaliya serpent went to the ocean. The quality which I liked of Lord Krishna in this story is that he used his cleverness so that he can not risk his friends' lives and also save the people's lives and make the Kaliya serpent and command the Kaliya serpent to go to the ocean. Hari Om, thank you.
Okay, good job, Harsh. Next, we have Siddhant.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have logged in from my mother's ID.
Yeah.
Ashwini. My name is Siddhant Adarsh, but my mother's name, it's written Ashwini Adarsh, okay?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, shall I start?
Yes, you can
Hari
start.
Om. Pranam from the divine light in my heart to the divine light in your heart. I am Siddhant Adarsh Aragam. Today I am going to talk about the festival of lights, Deepavali. Deepavali means a row of lights in Sanskrit. People in Bharata celebrate this festival in a grand manner. They light lamps, they offer prayers to Lord Ganesha, Lakshmi, Krishna, Ganga, and Dhanvantari. They wear new clothes, they light fireworks, they burst crackers, they prepare and savor delicious food and exchange sweets and gifts with family and friends. The significance of lighting lamps during Deepavali is the celebration of victory over good and evil, dharma over adharma, knowledge over ignorance. It means the removal of darkness by light. Inwardly, it means entering the state of peace, happiness, and calmness. That is, feeling the divine light from a state of confusion, anger, fear, and sadness. The wick in an oil lamp, the wick represents our ego. The oil represents the impurities of our mind. But when the lamp is lit, the fire burns away the fire represents the supreme truth, the supreme light, which burns our ego and our mind's impurities, which makes us pure enough to receive the grace of the supreme light. On the previous evening of Deepavali, water is filled in a huge, clean, decorated vessel. Goddess Ganga is invoked to come and reside in this water and make it pure. On the next day, Naraka Chaturdashi, we wake up early in the morning and take an oil bath with the water stored the previous day. This is the day Lord Krishna, with the help of Satyabhama, who was his wife, slayed Narakasura, a wicked, treacherous demon who troubled the Devas and the Manavas. Before Narakasura was killed, he asked Satyabhama a boon that his death should be celebrated with colorful lamps. After killing Narakasura with the Sudarshana Chakra, Krishna was stained with blood. He was given an oil bath to remove the stain. The Lakshmi Puja is observed on Amavasya from...
Your time is over.
My time is over?
Yeah, it was a good story.
Okay.
So our next speaker is any of Prajwal over here? Is Prajwal over here? Prajwal? Prajwal? Okay, fine. Adit?
Yes.
So, Adit, are you here?
Yeah.
So, do you want to continue?
This is Prajwal, I'm here.
Oh, Prajwal, okay. So, you can speak. After that, we will have Adit speak, okay?
Okay. Hari Om. Good evening. My name is Prajwal. I am in the Balakrishna batch. Today I am going to talk on the topic Krishna, my friend. Lord Krishna was born to couple Devaki and Vasudeva in Mathura. It is considered Lord Vishnu's avatar to eradicate evil and prevail dharma. Krishna was brought up by his aunt Devaki and uncle Nanda Baba at Gokula due to threat of his mama Kamsa. Krishna was full of life and fun. He was liked by one and all in Gokula. Krishna was very playful and fond of butter. He used to go around with his friends and steal butter from neighborhood and was fondly called Makhanchur. Qualities of Krishna I like and emulate are Krishna's bravery and Krishna's adorable childhood, Krishna's love for friends and devotees, Krishna upholding dharma. Lord Krishna was very brave and he overcomes many attempts to kill him by his mama Kamsa.
He protected Gokula Nivasis from menace of Kamsa, showing his divine powers during childhood. He kills demons who came to Gokula, create trouble. He lifts Govardhan Hill in a finger to protect his people when Lord Indra rains heavily. He shelters the villagers under the Govardhan Hill for a week until Indra accepts his defeat. Kamsa sends Putane vicious Rakshasi who comes in disguise to kill Krishna. Krishna kills poisonous Putani by sucking her breast in such a force that she dropped dead. I would like to be brave like Krishna and a role model in my friends around. Krishna, a loving friend. Krishna during younger days used to mace cows and play around with Gopika Kanainas. He was also called Gopala. Krishna used to play his flute, and when he plays his flute, all of Gokula used to mesmerize. Krishna used to play his flute and dance with pure love with Gopika Kanainas. Krishna had several good friends in Gurukula. One such friend was Sudama. He never forgets the friend of younger days at Gurukula. Sudama, not so well off on insistence from his wife, goes to Dwaraka to seek help of Krishna, who then became a king. He carries little poha with him as he did not have much to offer. Krishna welcomes Sudama at his palace and looks after him very well. Sudama was hesitant when Krishna asks him the gift he had brought for him. Poor Sudama was hesitating to offer Krishna poha he brought, thinking it is too little. Lord Krishna fondly takes the poha and gives Sudama wealth. Sudama returns home without asking any help, unaware of wonders Krishna has done to his family. On the way back, he was ruining himself for not able to ask him help and wondering how to answer his wife, who had forced him to visit Dwaraka to seek Krishna's help. On reaching home, he was surprised to see his house transformed into a palace and children and wife well dressed. Krishna blesses his friend with wealth in return of gift of poha. I wish to be a good friend like Krishna and maintain his values all through my life, helping needy and staying simple. Lord Krishna's love and devotion is very well known. He was very fond of Radhe for her pure love. Similarly, Mirabai, by virtue of her devotion and love for Lord, enjoys company of Lord, who used to dance and play with her. Draupadi was his fond sister. Krishna as Apad Bandhava for his devotees and loved ones comes to their rescue during their troubled times. Similarly, I wish to be a savior of needy. Krishna during Mahabharata stays with Pandavas as they stand with truth. Although he doesn't use or lift any weapons, during the Yuddha, he stays with Pandavas and guides them the path of truth.
Pressure?
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, good job. So next, I think is next. Who's next? Can any? Yeah, Adit.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead, Adit. Sorry.
Hari Om everyone, my name is Adit. I am telling the story about Krishna. Once when Krishna was playing in the mud, he went and ate mud. His elder brother Balrama saw him and he took near his mother Yashoda, and his mother Yashoda opened his mouth and saw that time she could see the whole universe. Hari Om.
Adit, do you have anything else to say? Because that was kind of short. Nothing else. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, it's good. Okay, so is there anybody else I missed out on? Anybody who did not speak? Please tell me now. Anybody? Okay, I'm going to be asking one last time. Did anybody not speak? So I think everybody here spoke this once. Okay, so we'd like to conclude this session with Katyani's feedback.
You are calling Namit, no? He hasn't spoken yet, I think. Namit?
Yeah, wait. Yes. He's not here. Is he?
Amit is not in this group actually.
Okay, okay.
No,
But
but
she
he-
heard his name,
Okay.
no? That...
Yes, he was here. Yes.
Okay, children, all the stories were very good, very fantastic stories. And I remember my childhood, actually. I love stories, and in my childhood, I used to read lot, and my friends liked it so much. So when you were telling, I remember those days. All the stories were very nice, and you narrated very well. And the qualities of Rama and Krishna, you want to imbibe lightly, isn't it? So you will take our Bharat to its glory again by imbibing the qualities of Rama and Krishna, isn't it? Okay, very nice. Thank you all. Thank you, children.
Hello all the Balakrishnas. How did you feel after talking?
Nice.
Good. Have you spoken before in front of a school audience or anywhere else?
No.
Yes.
I feel
Yeah.
confident.
First time, is it?
Yes.
Wow.
I have times. I have
They have
spoken
all
many times.
become experts in telling stories. I don't think the first.
Well, first
Yes.
time, all of you done very well. It was very good. I was actually very, very impressed. Okay, so I think we are coming to an end of this session. So all of you have performed very well. I did not expect that this much of talent will be there. Okay, and the stories you have told are very, very. They have very, very great messages. Okay, the qualities of Krishna and Rama, as Katyayani ji said, I lead will make every one of you great leaders. Okay, India will become a great country because of all of you. Okay, India will come to great heights. All of you are the future leaders of India. Very good. So, thank you so much. We can end with the Asutoma Sadgamya. Okay, you know the shloka?
Sriram,
Yes.
Yes.
I want to give a small feedback to all of them as well.
Yeah, sure. Go on.
Okay, so all of you kids, that was very nice of you. This is my first time hosting a session, and it was amazing to have all of you speaking. I liked all your stories. I've heard them, but I've never heard it any better from you and than from you guys. And you were all very well behaved, polite, and I have a sister just like this at home. But you guys were frankly just like her, but nice. So thank you.
Very good. Okay. So, we'll have the closing prayer. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनोर्भवन्तु। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनोर्भवन्तु। हरिः ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम।